They're gonna go away fast.
Or you go Masha.
No.
Masha sounds...
No, but they already have. I still think there's gonna be defender on the Edith.
Oh yeah, that's true. But it is something that they could consider because I don't think Philippines is equipped to deal with the Masha.
Oh my goodness!
Rome Valier!
I know this so well. We brought this up in the local Philippine caster tournament. One of the picks that helped us cross on over it. Okay, I need your input here, Midnight. Genuine feeling towards this Rome Valier pickup.
I hate playing Rome against Valier. Whatever position you put it in, I'm not playing that game.
Yeah, I feel like now, in hindsight, I bet Brand's thinking like, man, I'm glad we just went with a Franco, dude.
Yeah, because
if that was a Minotaur, that Minotaur could get cooked.
Look, okay? You have Fredrin, you have Trizla,
Yeah.
you have Franco. These are the setters. These are the front line. These are the meat shields. They get countered by one hero. And the only CC that can hold a Valier Rome, mind you, a Valier Rome that you're committing a CC spell with is the Bloody Hunt. Because everything else, he can just press ult. Get out.
So that's why they picked the Alpha. Their surprise wasn't in the jungle. The surprise was in the Rome.
I mean, any jungler would have worked. Honestly.
Yeah, any
Pain.
would have worked. But yo, Alpha Valier together, that is a ranked game's worst nightmare. And played in the hands of professional athletes, even scarier.
Early game. Told you. Again, early game. Ukraine, all about looking at that. How do we win early game?
Yeah.
Man, this Valier pick is, is something that we sort of expect because it is in the meta right now. Like, Valier is not a cheese pick anymore, but we did not expect because they already had Valentina. And we rarely see Valier get played in a Rome position nowadays. It was only Echo before that did it. But now Ukraine is pulling out all the, all the secret weapons out of their pockets.
Man, it's like their little combo feels like cheesy 90s buddy sitcom, Val and Val, you know? And then just thinking about it, ooh, this could go so well for Ukraine.
Yeah.
This could honestly go so well for Ukraine and terribly for Team PH if they do not respect the presence of a Searing Torrent.
Yeah.
They will always just be telling each other, Searing Torrent up? Yeah. Searing Torrent up? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone? Okay, I think we can go now.
Finally.
Okay, finally. Finally he used the knockback.
One big problem for Ukraine, however, if this Beatrix is left unchecked,
Oh, yeah.
they don't have anything against it. Like, they don't have any answers at all. The only answer they have is damage. They do have damage. They have Alpha, they have Claude, they have Valentina, but all these damage, especially with the Alpha, if it's not used in early game, Alpha falls pretty hard. Like, he's like a Martis. He falls pretty hard in the late game. Although you do have the the damage dealers on the form of the Claude and the Valentina in late game. What about mid game? That's Beatrix turf,
Yeah.
That's where she's strong.
Yeah, I think now looking back, because now that we see the Valier pickup, I feel like in the scenario, it was better that in the end of the day they picked up a Beatrix instead of the Brody. Because at least, again, the presence with all your poke ultimates that you have Bennett's Rage, Renner's Apathy, and then, well, yeah, those are the ones I'd really consider like a little bit long range. We're leaning more towards like mid-range territory for the Nibiru's Passion Submachine Gun Ultimate. So at least those two, if ever they get to the point where the frontliners of Team Philippines is going like, man, we can't get close to them. This Valier is just wrecking us. At least they'll have a Beatrix, a sniper. A sniper shot will change the game. One really good Bennett's Rage, that grenade launcher ultimate can change the picture of a team fight, or how it's going, especially if minion waves are crashing in. So yeah, at the end of the day, hindsight is 2020, but they ended up picking the best possible marksman for this scenario.
Yeah, the reason why it's best is because it gives more dimension to the draft. Because if you pick up Brody, no dash, trash against Valier.
Yep.
And if you're looking at the draft of AP Bren, gold later, win condition. If it's trash, we lose game.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why we kept on saying that Beatrix kind of looks good as well, especially with the Franco, because it does give more playing room for AP Bren to work with. It does give more options in the in terms of execution, and Beatrix, as for the reasons we talked about earlier, it provides a lot of things: early game, mid game, and late game. It's a hero that does not technically scale down, and it's also here that does not need time to scale up, because the only thing that you need is Fury Hammer. That's it.
Yeah.
You hit like a truck,
Yeah. That's more than enough.
and maybe one Legion Sword.
Yeah, so I'm also going to be looking at, especially like what kind of emblems that we got here, because lately we've been seeing way more Beatrix just pack assassin already. Little by little, the number of
Huge
Beatrix
fan, by the
players who
way.
pick up
Assassin
marksman,
emblem.
yeah, who pick up marksman emblem have decreased because of the penetration and the sheer early damage that you can dish out. If you get the assassin emblem stats instead, have just been like it's like a revelation for the world. Yeah, let's just go assassin emblem.
I actually did not understand that phase like at all. Like, dude, it's 16 penetration.
That's a lot.
Why would you prefer that over 10? I mean, why would you prefer 10% attack speed? It's a 250 gold item
Yeah.
that you can buy in the shop. If you look at the item that provides you 12 physical penetration, it's 800.
Mm-hmm.
Get assassin emblem.
Yeah, get the assassin.
Buy. That's dagger, right?
Yeah.
Just buy the dagger.
Yeah, just get the dagger.
Yeah.
So
It's the same thing.
Yeah, and I remember even the tournaments leading up to this, like more and more lineups, you'll see just 3 or 4 members of a lineup will already have assassin emblems on them. And I think we also saw that for the first series of the day. I remember there was one team that had like 4 assassin emblems.
Yeah.
The only one with a different emblem was a roamer, obviously. So I feel like there is a possibility that what we might end up seeing here might be similar to the start of game number 1, wherein Ukraine might actually just take control here.
Oh, yeah.
The factor we'll have to watch out for is this time how Canon on the Terizla
Yeah.
will be able to handle this lane and handle the rotations and answer the rotations of Defender.
That's true. That's true.
Because Defender was like the biggest X factor as to why Ukraine was able to take control of game number 1 so quickly in the first place. If they can sort of hamper that in this game number 2, it's gonna be a different story heading into the mid-game portion.
It's definitely Canon's responsibility to kind of punch a hole
Yeah.
in the the early game presence of Ukraine, because he does have a very good chance to do so, because he's been given a very good kit like a Terizla versus an Iesf. It's a it's a skill-based matchup, I would say. Nothing really happens on that lane. Both of them just wants to clear wave. Although Terizla does win out the sustained battle.
Yeah.
Come level 4, you get the hell out of that lane as a Terizla.
Yeah.
You don't want to be fighting into a Edith,
with a
even
Primal
though
Wrath.
some people argue that I want to force out the ult from the Edith. I can just go away. You're much of a better use
Yeah.
in a team fight rather than forcing the Edith ult.
Yeah, you can't tunnel vision so much in like the lane matchup. You also really have to watch out for what's going on the rest of the map.
Yeah.
So this time it's
Especially in this game, right?
Yeah, especially in this game. I think in this game number 4, then, with how you put it, we're gonna be seeing Canon, or the best possible thing for Canon to do is to play like how Defender did.
Yeah.
Once he hit level 4, knowing that he's up against an X-Borg, he just cleared lane, got out, rotated.
Clear, pressure, die.
Yeah.
I mean, try not dying.
Yeah, try not die. But, I mean, looking back, like the deaths that Defender had in the early portion of the game actually opened up the possibility for Ukraine to build that early lead.
Yeah. It's for a reasonable cause.
Yeah. So I feel like at this point, it's warranted if Canon would be like, all right, I'm gonna go in. Don't worry about me. I'm just doing what Defender did in game number 1. Get wins.
Shot call would have been, okay, guys, I'm ready to die. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm gonna give my life to get some objectives and probably win games.
I do not mind. This is the fate I have decided for myself, but it's gonna be for the W.
Because that's really important, right? In this game, you have a small window to work with wherein the Terizla can actually be useful. Because come mid to late game, all your eyes, all your eggs will be on Beatrix.
Yeah.
Like the basket, your gold lane basket. Because the Fredrin, the Terizla, they're not going to be able to do anything. Because guess what? Again, you're up against a Valir.
Yeah.
And this guy will destroy your game for a good 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. As the old saying goes, Midnight, and I'm not sure if you've heard this. If you have a small window, just get a bigger window. It's 4:38 in the morning where we are right now.
I mean,
I will not excuse myself for what I just said.
it does make sense, but for you to get a bigger window,
Yeah.
you have to sacrifice for you to get that resource needed to get a bigger window.
Yeah, because when you get a bigger window,
That's true.
like don't think about the monetary thing. You have to make a bigger hole in your house for it to fit in, right? So you sacrifice your wall.
Sacrifice ganon.
Sacrifice ganon. In the game. He'll respawn.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
No rituals outside of the game. We'll keep it in game here. Keep it
It's it's 4:38 in the morning. We're talking about win conditions here.
yeah.
Keys to victory, basically.
The sun
Get a
ri-
bigger window.
Yeah, man, the sun rises in an hour and 24 minutes. It's a beautiful start of the day. If you ever told me I'm going to start off my day by casting Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Esports Championship action, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have called you crazy. Who's crazy now? No one.
You're starting the day, second time in a row, in a single day. That's crazy.
I cannot process what you just
I
said.
mean, that was grammatically correct.
Yeah, I know, but can you say
But-
that again?
You started the day 2 consecutive times in a single day.
I get it, okay. Within the 24-hour
Yep.
window, I started the day twice. I like that. That's good.
You peaked in a small window twice. So get a bigger day. Get a bigger day, man.
That was okay. Let's go for
You need 2 suns.
two sons. Get a bigger day. Welcome to the Late Show with Iesf World Championship. We are still in the midst of Team Ukraine versus Team
I'm
Philippines.
losing it. Like the brain cells, you can count it now in your hands.
No, those are the best moments, man.
Yeah.
Those are the best moments. Hopefully, wherever you're watching from, you're doing amazing right now. We know we are airing on multiple time zones all across the world, whether it's dinner time, lunch time, or
Yeah.
maybe you're in the same time zone as us. Again, hopefully you're enjoying the action. Not from us. I know we can get pretty cringe sometimes. I don't care. But hopefully you care about the amazing showcase that the players are putting on. If you're just catching us, hey, if you want to look back at game number 1 while you're watching this right now, go ahead. Because Ukraine and Team Philippines brought on a treat. If you want to see what happened in the other games, yo, Team Mongolia were absolute hot shots earlier. They were amazing in their series up against Georgia. You should watch that too.
Yep. And if you are also an MLB nerd, rewatch game 1. After you watch it, rewatch it again. You're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff there. You're gonna see a lot of things that you might want to pick up and learn from. Because this is why this series, it's crazy. I want to call it crazy because the way you win this,
In a good way.
win this game against against both teams, you gotta be crazy. At some point in the game, you have to take that side quest. You have to stray away from the blueprint. You have to make something that is quite unexpected from the opposition. And Philippines did a fantastic job of doing that in game number 1. Ukraine all over the place, and the late game was like, what the hell is Philippines doing? But it's working. Like the jump on a single guy on a bush that you did not know what happened. Suddenly, Unigo just jumped in, and it worked. Question is, will it work in the second time around in game number 2? That is what are gonna. Sorry,
You got
it's
this.
the-
You got this.
It's the
brother.
brain cells,
You
know.
got. You got
That
this.
is
All right.
what we
all
are
right.
gonna be finding out when we do come back after a short break. Everyone, the things that we've discussed earlier on, AP Bren or Team Philippines, they have a fantastic window in the early game. A very, very small window, but one that they can work with because they have a Terizla on the XP lane, and they also have the Beatrix that can pummel through that hole. But at the end of the day, early game control is also what Ukraine is eyeing at, and they have a fantastic way of doing that by limiting the amount of lace that all of these frontline setters on the side of Philippines can actually do with a Valier last pick.
Look, a beautiful look at the side of Magical floating land that is rising above the land of dawn.
Ooh, really interesting position for Philippines.
Yeah. Oh, they want to end this quick, dude.
Yeah.
They want to end this quick.
Smetana.
Ooh, already even committing the flicker. Oh. All right.
I mean, he got hooked. He got
got
hooked.
hooked.
He got hooked.
Got hooked. Got caught.
He got
caught,
hooked.
Yeah.
Smetana. What was he rocking?
Now, game number 2 is Team Philippines versus Ukraine.
I have a quick trivia for you, Renmar. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Smetana
Oh, yeah.
did lose out. Okay, he didn't lose out on any minion on gold lane. So
Yeah.
it's fine. He did lose some HP, but it's okay. It's at a cost of HP and battle spell.
Yeah, and look at that, an immediate rotation from the members of Team Ukraine to immediately disrupt the jungling here of Saison, going for the green camp down bottom. No clear leads just yet, but it looks like this is going to be actually Ukraine to sort of alleviate the pressure that a Valir can bring to the rest of the map. Unigo holding on to the gold lane babysit duties onto Requetanio means that maybe eventually they'll be forced to bring the Ukraine Valir into that lane, which will reduce his effectiveness.
Oh my goodness, what is this? Sensei is almost level 4. Half of his XP bar is already filled up, while Arcangel just got level 3. So this Valentina is gonna get 4 faster than the Navaria, but bottom lane, however, Alpha's diving the gold lane, and Regiciano, ooh, he falls down, but they get a trade onto Zoom. At the end of the Ukraine is gonna be able to take that W out of the skirmish.
Yeah, roam for gold, Unigo. This might actually be 2 kills here for Ukraine, but because of their aggression here down bot, cheeky attempt there. Actually, no, that was just Arcangel making sure that they secured that. But bottom lane, look at that! Immediate aggression by the members of Team Ukraine, already 3 whittling away. So what we were talking about earlier as a great call for Team Philippines to build a big lead against our gold laner has turned into a big lead for the Ukraine gold laner.
Yeah.
Because now, remember we were talking, forcing the Valir into the bottom lane, but Ukraine changed it up. They said,
We are back in the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Ukraine and Philippines, game number 2. Canon!
Canon right out of the gate. Kills across the board. Ethan's going to get taken out. Canon falls down topside as well. A lot of action already passed. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Philippines gets to break the tower mid. Ukraine has broke the tower bot and top. Philippines are finding openings in the mid lane, while Ukraine are finding openings in the sides.
Yeah, looks like, you know, the XP lane of Philippines is really moving around the map. He did lose out on the top lane tower, but I do think that it's for the the team fights that the Philippines are eyeing towards that mid game to be able to have that sort of window in this moment that they can actually fight, especially with Requetanio on the Beatrix.
And now Team Philippines, a little bit more wiggle room here. Actually, they are in the lead, 6-4. Bit of around a K of gold lead, and now they're going to be sending Requetanio to just open up the side lanes. They've switched it up. In the bottom lane, it's going to be 5v4. Philippines are going to be focusing on the top side push, but Requetanio is just trying to feel out the map. They're getting a lot of info. They want to go full 5v5. That's going to be Canon going in. That's going to be Vladis QT. See who's going to get this. Turtle is going to go to the hands of Team Philippines. That goes to the hands of Saison. Members of Ukraine low. That's going to be an entry there. But the defender is able to hold on there and not get caught out. Philippines still systematic here.
Yeah, Alpha didn't have retribution at that moment. 2 seconds on the cooldown.
Ah, yes.
As the turtle was taken by Saison. Quite unfortunate for Ukraine, but Philippines, they're constantly taking these objectives. And actually, they're the ones who are also pressuring the team fight.
Yeah. A good understanding then of the scenario, Philippines, as they conceal down into the bot lane. This is going to be a crispy landing there in the Astral Recall. This is going to be a tower secured by PH, unless Zoom can somehow... Oh, that's going to be a pull, the hook, and the bloody hunt suppress onto the Valir gets taken out.
They're feeling the momentum here for Philippines. Coming up from game number 1, that comeback game is now turning into a momentum swing. And they are getting that energy, that early game domination that Ukraine wanted. Now they're the ones who are trying to fight for a chance to come back in this game. Ukraine in a very, very tight spot right now, trailing by 3K against Philippines.
Name of the game is momentum for Philippines. They are taking away resources on the side of Ukraine. Saw there earlier, they were able to take away the purple buff from the hands of Vladosicute. So now Philippines will just continue this. Open up the map, get those towers, get picks, get hooks, get bites. 3 versus 3 here. Look at that. Already
Oh!
Info landed another hook and hunt combo. A double H. Make it a triple. Yeah, we'll consider that sniper H.
Todd?
And here comes Saison straight to the back. Smetana needs to get away, but he won't. The wrath of the Appraiser, not the ult, just the Fredrin alone, and the TPs are out.
The energy, the vibe, the confidence, it's all there for Philippines. Meanwhile, Nagachano, being the objective player that he is, hitting the tower without a minion wave, really tells you the character of this man.
Sheer swagger, another taunt, knock up, then another hook! Another hook! Defender, Primal Wrath out, but not gonna be enough regen to survive through it. Nakatano gets a bit of damage coming in, but Saison paired up with the damage of Arcangel like an angel from the heavens as a Navaria. Damage lands.
Ukraine really limited
On
when it
what?
comes to answer
What?
here. Another hook coming out from Onigo as Philippines gets another one on the board.
Oh my goodness. 4. Make that 4. Straight key hooks. Make that 2, 3. Hook and hunt combos back to back. Philippines are taking it to Ukraine here. They want to end it now. They want to make this game quick. The members of Ukraine are fighting back. Orange buff will actually go to the hands of Rakutano.
Oh my goodness, 12-4 right now. 10 minutes into the game. Philippines, they are leading by a huge margin here, 7,000 gold. And right now, this is a complete opposite of what happened in game number 1. Ukraine had an early lead, but Philippines, they are the ones who are pressuring this mid-game spike that they have with the Beatrix, the Fredrin, and the Terizla.
Defender goes in with an onward plus a flicker, but he's gonna get punished, and just like that, deleted. Quick delete, another one! Another one! Somewhere out there, DJ Khaled is going wild for Unico on this.
Saison!
Saison goes in with a massive 2-man taunt, but not enough follow-up just yet. But play after play, catch after catch. PH, wow!
And they have all the waves that they need to push out the pace of Ukraine. Philippines, 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in, they want to close out the series. They want to go to sleep. They want to sleep early.
They might end this quickly. If it serves me right, it's around midnight in Romania right now, maybe even 1 in the morning. But they are still fighting. No, they're definitely fighting like they want some rest.
Yeah.
They are showing absolutely no mercy right now to the members of Team Ukraine in this game number 2. Back to back, Onigo again. He got the game-winning play in game number 1. He's getting the game-winning plays here. So far, Saison going in. No one's gonna enter. That's gonna be an onward. No one's gonna get hooked. But the damage coming in from Rekitiano. That's gonna be Defender with the tossback. Defender with a Primal Wrath. Shut down onto Saison. But oh my goodness, a turnaround. A little bit too eager. It's Philippines. A little bit too sour as Ukraine have found a way to punish. But what can they do? What else can they get? Because they no longer have any base turrets on them.
Yeah, I mean, at best, they were able to defend the base against Philippines, but they lose out all towers on the outskirts of the map. And right now, they can't even do anything to punish Philippines at the moment, even though it is 5v3.
Still a 9,000 gold lead here for the Philippines. They do have to watch out. Ukraine was able to find a massive way to come back. And the Philippines will look to really hold on onto this mid tower. If it falls, that's going to open up the map more for Ukraine. They're going after Rekitiano, and he gets taken out. An unexpected positional choice there by Rekitiano turns into a big find for Ukraine.
I mean, we are looking for chaotic plays, but that was kind of a chaotic position to be in for the Beatrix, as he was basically just free food for Ukraine at that moment.
Yeah, he really didn't want to be there, and that showed. And let's see if Philippines will slow down this progress on taking out the store. They still
10
have
seconds.
To, 10 seconds for this Matrix to go back. Oh, massive info provided there, and that's going to be a pull to Smetana. Oh, but the counter! The ultimate from Vladossi Cutie with a massive play, but Canon straight to the back. He finds the Claude. Saison finds him again. No more marksman for the members of Team Ukraine. Here comes the marksman of the Philippines, though, trying to make a comeback. But can Ukraine somehow get close enough to the Lord to get for the retribution? They have to keep their eyes set on the Alpha, and it still goes to the Terizla. The Fredrin was knocked
picked up, but somehow, someway, the last hit went to the EXP laner of the Philippines. They look at the base, they look at the end, and they look for the rest. Game number 2, does it end here? Right now, at the entry from Team Philippines. They're managing to use another massive hook from Anigo. Sensei goes in, burst damage, no marksman. The blazing duet by Smetana, Claude really low, Saison holding on, and another one! Ooh, Nico! Goal for the Franco, and game number 2 goes to Las Islas Filipinas.